Hello and welcome. I am Tasha, your guide for today. Today I have a sequence set up for you of feeling brave. So as I was contemplating what I wanted to do, I thought about when I first started yoga. And honestly, I had to have a sense of bravery. I saw the people in the studio and I kept thinking, I'm not flexible enough. I can't do this. But I powered through it and I went into class and I felt brave and I've been doing it ever since. So thank you for joining me on your mat, taking that first step. So let's make our way onto the mat. We're going to come into tabletop. So you're on your hands and your knees. And in this position, we want the fingers to be evenly wide. And that just means that your thumb is not all the way down by its lonesome. So we bring all the fingers evenly together. Find your balance here. Now toes can be curled if you're feeling a little unstable, which is okay. Or you can come onto the shoelace side of the foot if you're feeling stable. So today I'm going to curl my toes, feel stabled here, and then lunge that right foot back and you're on the ball of the back foot. Find your balance and then slowly start to walk that left hand out in front of you. Let's test the balance first, get comfortable. And then on the inhale, take your left arm up and then your right leg up. This is spinal lengthening. So I'm reaching the heel towards the back of the room, the fingertips towards the front of the room, really growing strong here. And now let's take your gaze to the floor. So we're growing, we're finding length, elongation, and your gaze is at the floor or your mat. Give me one more long breath here, and that could be an inhale through the nose or out the mouth, as long as you're breathing. But on the exhale, we all come down together and wiggle that out. Let's try the other side. So I'm going to move to the other side so you have a better visual on me. So again, the fingers are evenly wide. Now lunge that left foot back. Find your balance as you walk that right hand towards the front of the mat. And then inhale, bring the arm up and then the leg. Keep your belly engaged to protect the integrity of that lower back. Don't you feel braver already and stronger? I know I do. So staying here. Give me one more full breath. And then we exhale down together and coming up onto our knees and then sitting up. All right, so that was our first pose, just to warm up the spine and to find balance. Let's make our way up to standing and coming to the top of your mat. So we're at the top of your mat. We call this Tadasana. So you're standing nice and tall. Bring your hands to heart center. Get heavy on the left leg. Bring your right knee out in front of you. So you're standing on one leg. This is like a root and rebound. We're rooted with that left leg. Everything else is rebounded. Start to hinge forward as you lunge that right leg back and then drop the back heel. All right, so you have a scissoring action going on here. Bend that front knee, and what's important about this front knee, we want to keep it at a 90-degree angle, meaning you don't want it to go past the ankle, right? It can go behind or you're stacking, but never in front. Scissor those hips and then take your arms up. This is Warrior One, and I'm sure your Warrior One is perfect. So now you've done your second pose. You still feeling brave? I hope so. Keeping the arms up, noticing your breath, creating deep inhales, really breathing through the nose. Fill the lungs up with air. And then exhale, take it out. Drawing your hands to your heart, straighten that front leg, and we're just going to Parallel that left foot, making our way to the other side. So now pivot that right foot to the front of the mat. Bend the knee, again, is tracking towards the big toe. Bend in the knee. Hips are squared. So I'm just moving around to get these hips squared. Once you feel balanced here, go ahead and take your arms up. I am curious, as an individual, as an adult or a younger adult, when did you need to feel brave? When did you have that feeling of bravery and it felt so good, right? Give me 2 more breaths here, and then we'll make our way into what we call Warrior 2. On the exhale, we all bring our hands down together. Now lunge that back foot to meet the top and shake it out. Wow. It's okay that you lost your balance. Now we're standing. All right, so we're standing at the top of the mat. I'm going to remain on this side of my mat. Again, we're going to move into Warrior 3. Getting heavy now on the right leg. Hands at heart center. Draw that left knee into the chest, feeling balanced here. So that's in world and life today. You feel balance, and then we move forward into bravery, right? It's the exact same thing here on our yoga mat. So shift forward as you lunge that left foot to the ground and then drop your heel. All right, we may have to widen our stance. So take that foot and step it back just a little farther. Open your hips where your hips are now facing the long edge of your mat. Now this front knee is tracking towards your pinky toe. Chest is open. Now take the arms out. Gaze can be out in front of you. So we're not looking for the perfect pose, but we are looking for a pose where we can breathe from a comfortable body. 2 breaths here. And then on the next inhale, straighten the leg, take your hands up overhead, parallel the feet as you make your way into Warrior 2 on the other side. So do all the things. Chest is open towards the long edge of the mat, knee tracking towards the pinky toe, arms come up and take your gaze out in front of you. A feeling of bravery, balance. And if you aren't feeling those things today, it is okay, because every day is different. I show up on my mat different every day. Give me 2 breaths here. And then on the inhale, straighten the leg, bring your arms up overhead as you parallel the feet, hands to heart center. And this time around, let's heel toe the feet in. All right. We're going to move into Warrior 3. This is the final warrior pose. This will leave you feeling strong and balanced and confident. All right, so let's go back to the top of the mat. Now this is a booger bear, so you can have blocks or books, or even do this with your hands on the wall. So know that the things around you can be helpful to use as props. All right, so we're going to get heavy on the left leg, just like we did before. Right leg comes up, hands to heart center. So find that non-moving object first, something that's not moving, and then shift forward. This time, instead of taking the foot on the ground, we're going to keep that foot in the air. So as an extension, you're growing long from heel all the way to the crown of the head. And what's important here is just to try to keep the hips down, right? Instead of that hip popping up. This is more neutral hips here. Keeping the hands at heart center is okay, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today. But if you're wanting to take it a little deeper, extend the arms out, reach and grow long. Yes, you're going to lose your balance like I am. Give me one more here. And then all together, we take the arms up and the right foot meets the left. Hands to heart center, wiggle it out. we do have the other side. So I'm going to move to this side of the mat just so you have a great visual on me. We're going to get a heavy in the right leg. Left leg comes up. Find that non-moving object. Grow long. And then shift forward as you keep that left leg up. Square your hips where they're facing the mat. Maybe your gaze is on the ground. Hands at heart center. Give me a full breath here, and then extend those arms out if you choose. That's a way of feeling bravery, but if today you're not feeling so brave, which is okay, keep the hands at heart center. Grow long, find your balance. And then on the inhale, we all come back up to standing, slow and with control. Bring your hands up to heart center. Shake the legs out. Wow, that had me sweating. I'm not sure about you. But all three poses gave me a feeling of bravery and feeling strong. And I hope it did the same thing for you. Thank you for joining me today. And until we meet again, bye for now, guys.